So I found a few bad ones. And by ones, I mean the hydraulic lifters on my 1988 Porsche 944 Turbo. This one, and this one. And the way these work is that they hold oil pressure inside of them. There's a small check valve inside of here that holds the pressure in. There's also a rubber seal in here, believe it or not. And this oil pressure helps automatically adjust any slack that develops in the valve train. So the valves will never require adjustment. So as long as the valves or whatever don't become too worn, the car will be running properly because of these. Either the check valve fails, or the seal fails, or the oil passage becomes clogged in the lifter or in the cam tower. And there are a lot of videos explaining this. The way you test these is you simply press on this center button, and if you can press it in, then the lifter isn't holding oil pressure inside. If you can't press it in, all of these ones feel rock solid. Those are all good. I'm gonna go ahead and buy a used set off eBay. A whole used set is like $65, $125, something like that from eBay. A new set is probably 100 or so a piece. Correction, $306 a piece. I'll put a V8 in the car before I would ever pay that much for lifters. I'll gladly retain the $600 to $800 and just take this apart again if I need to and stick in some more of those used lifters. It really doesn't take that much time to do as long as you don't break a bolt inside the cam tower. And in my opinion, it's totally worth it to save that amount of money. And if you want to put new ones in, do what makes you feel good. So the new ones actually came in today before I had a chance to post the video. So let's take a look at them. I don't expect that these are pumped up with oil, because these have been sitting, apparently. Yeah. So these two are the ones I'm going to be using. This one's still rock solid. This one's pretty firm still. So they've held oil pressure in them for, I don't know, however long the guy had them sitting around for. These ones, I'm sure they're good, but who knows? So I'm just going to stick these two in. Still flat. Still flat. These are supposed to be flat on the top. They actually spin around inside the cam tower as the engine's running like that. So there's not going to be any dishing or divoting or whatever on this surface. Thank you for watching. Hit the thumbs up if subscribe for more videos like this, and we'll see you next time. And if this wasn't a turbo car, I'd be using some K&W quick motor flush before changing out the oil. K&W asked me if I could use any products, and I had them send me some of this, but I didn't realize that you couldn't use this in turbo cars, so I'll just use it in my van. You can't use it in supercharged cars either, but I think it'll be okay in the Mini because the Mini's supercharger has its own oil. I would imagine that the reason why you can't use this in turboed cars is because of the lubrication issues that would happen to the turbo. The slower moving parts of regular engines aren't affected by a motor cleaner. This stuff essentially mixes with your old oil, and you run it for 5 minutes and it cleans out sludge and stuff like that from your engine. Then you drain this and put in the new oil. So check this stuff out. I'll have the link in the description. And this stuff will work in gas and diesel engines.